Hey everyone, it's Friday. I'm off today, so I wanted to do a look with you guys. I got my iced cafe con leche, and we are gonna get started here. So I wanted to showcase just some new stuff that I got in. I'm always getting new stuff in, but Glaminatrix Cosmetics has this palette called the Old School palette, and I want to use it. I'll show you. The colors look really good, so I'm gonna get started with that. I also have some new MAC Multi-Sculpt Matte Liquid Lip Colors. These just released last week, and I have the shade Buffed Up, and I have the shade Tate a Tint. So I think I'm gonna use Tate a Tint for my eyes today. With that Old School palette. And then I have a oldie but goodie, our good friend Colored Rain, R.I.P. R.I.P. But I got the Queen of Hearts palette because there's a orange in there that I want to use for my crease. So before we get started, thank you guys for joining me, and let's do some makeup. So I'm gonna go in with the Tate a Tint. So let's do a little swatch. So this is what it looks like. I love MAC products. When they said they were coming out with a 24-hour matte eyeshadow, I'm just like, okay, I need it. All right. So this is Tate a Tint, and a little swatch there. That's what it looks like against my skin. So it's just like a little nice little base to use. So I am going to put that all over my eye. And the girlies are saying that this dries really quickly. So I'm gonna work really quickly here. So I'm just gonna use that as a little base on my eye. And it's looking pretty good. Move my hair out of the way. Nice little base here for my eyeshadows to stick. So Tate a Tint on my eye looks a little gray-ish, but that's okay. And I'm just gonna kind of blend this out here and up here. I'm not gonna go into my brow bone because I'm gonna use another shade for that. And then we'll take this again. This time I'm gonna take it on the brush and see if that makes a little bit of a difference. So I'm gonna take it on the brush and then apply it to my eye. And that kind of is not as patchy when I do that. You see, like, it's smooth here, but it's kind of patchy here because I swiped it on. So I think I like putting it on my brush and putting it on. But there's that, just a little base. And from my understanding, you can use these as regular eyeshadows, but I'm just gonna use it as a base today for my Old School. I'm gonna use a little bit because this eye is kind of jealous of this eye. I wanna make sure I have enough built up on there to catch my eyes shadows. So, but yeah, I think this is the way to go with this. Just putting it on your brush and doing like that because I have like a little harsh line here. So yeah, that is Tate a Tint matte lip color, and I'm kind of bringing it out here because I'm going to bring some of my shadows out there too. So looking crazy, but looking pretty good to me. All right, so next we're going to go in with the Old School Glaminatrix eyeshadow palette, and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with this Old School Glaminatrix palette, and I'm gonna go into the shade Kindred right here. It's like a little pink, and so I'm gonna pick that up on the wrong side of the brush. But I'm gonna pick that up on the fluffy side of the brush, and I'm just gonna kind of go into the crease here. And I usually use the Danessa Myricks, I have it here, the Danessa Myricks Color Fix in 7 because it's more of my eye color or my skin color base, but I'm gonna try this and see if it'll make my eyeshadows pop a little bit more. And so I'm just kind of blending in here. And these colors are pretty pigmented on my skin tone. I've used it already and I love everything from Glaminatrix Cosmetics. The only thing is that they are based in Australia, I believe, and you know, tariffs. So you gotta pay a little bit extra. But the quality of her eyeshadows are so good. I highly, highly recommend her. All right, so that pink is kind of blended out here. And then I'm gonna go into the Queen of Hearts palette. This is the Colored Rank Queen of Hearts palette. They're no longer in production, but I just love it. I got a backup of it. I'm gonna take this orange Empress and I'm just gonna kind of go into the crease. Just kind of go into that because I'm from 2016 era. I like the orange or brick orange in the crease. So I'm just gonna kind of go over that pink a little bit. I have hooded eyes, so I have to literally stretch them to get my crease colors to do good. Okay, so I'm gonna go back into, wipe off this brush. I'm gonna go back into the Old Soul palette. We're gonna do the outer V's and stuff. So I'm gonna go into this little purple color right here. And kind of just go in the crease there with the purple color. You see the colors are like blending super nicely. I'm just gonna kind of pat into my crease and swipe over just because of my eye shape. So far I can tell you with that MAC base, based on the comparison with the Danessa Myricks and that, is that my eyeshadows pop a little bit more with that base. I can actually see the colors. Sometimes with the Danessa Myricks, I love it for every day, but sometimes it muddies up my eyeshadows. So see, you can clearly see that this is purple. But sometimes, I mean, take the blending end of the brush, just blend it out. Sometimes it just gets muddy and it looks black. So, so far I'm really liking these MAC 24-hour shadows, matte shadows for bases. And you can see this eye, this eye, I put too much on my eye. So, but it's okay, we're gonna cover it up. So I've got that blended. And then what I'm gonna do is go into Hourglass and I'm gonna go into the brow bone and just kind of blend that into the brow bone and kind of try to blend all this together. So that's looking pretty good as the base. And then I'm gonna go into Yearning, which is this one, and just kind of pick up a little bit and just kind of tap it on the outside. Kind of into my crease there. Okay, so that's what we got. Okay, and I think the colors are showing up pretty good. I just have to blend it a little bit better, but colors are showing up really good. Okay, so now here's where the fun starts. I love sparkle, sparkle. All right. So now we're gonna sparkle, sparkle. And we're gonna go into, so I used remnant the other day for work and it looked really, really nice. But I think do I want to use remnant on camera or do I want to use candlelight? I'm gonna do remnant because remnant was so pretty and it kind of goes with the purple theme. It's like rose gold. So I'm gonna pick up a little, and then I'm still on the Smashbox Primer Water era. So Smashbox Primer Water to mist it, make it pop out. Look at that. Look at that eyeshadow. I'm just gonna put it on my lid. One swipe. So I'm gonna go back in to the other eye with my Smashbox Primer Water. Her shadows are like truly the best. And I love that they pop on my dark skin. And the MAC eye base is helping too. I'm gonna go back in a little bit more because I'm extra. Y'all figure that out as we go along here. But look at that. Oh, I love how that sparkles. Okay, and so we'll go in. I want to do a little inner corner-ish stuff. So let's go in with candlelight. And I'm not gonna even wet the brush with candlelight because I don't want it to be like super harsh. But I'm just gonna go into the inner corner. Looks really good. Only other thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a clean brush and I'm just gonna go in and just kind of blend, get that excess shimmer off of my crease. But yes, love it. And then I'm gonna do a little bit of wing liner and I'll be right back. Okay, wing liner is on and this is my eye look. I'm just gonna blend out the corners here. A little bit more, but look at this eyeshadow. I love it. So I recommend you guys pick up this old school palette from Glaminatrix Cosmetics if you like nice sparkly shadows. All right, so we're gonna take a little sip of our café con leche and start our base. So for base, I am gonna go in with my holy grail bases. The Danessa Meyer's Yummy Skin Water Power Serum, and you can see I'm struggling. I don't have any more, and they don't have any in stock right now. And the Maybelline Grippy Primer. So with this, it says not to shake, so I just dab it on my finger. Rub it in here. Forehead. And you want to make sure you put the cap on this right away because it'll dry out on you and it'll be hard to get out. And I'm gonna take a little bit of this Maybelline Grippy Primer and just kind of go all over. So the Water Power Serum keeps me matte and the Grippy Primer helps my makeup stick. And you can see when I put it in, it makes my skin really glowy. So I know you're like, why would you put a matte and then a glowy? I don't know, it just works for me. And it makes my makeup last all day. I work like 8 to 10 hours a day and it makes my makeup stay on. So I really like this combo. So for our foundation, we're gonna go in with one of my favorite, I guess this is a foundation. I thought it was a skin tint at first, but it's a foundation. It's the Hourglass Illusion Luminous Glow Foundation. And this is not new. I've had this for a little bit. And I have the shade 22. So with these kind of luminous glowy foundations, I usually go in with my Holy Grail tried and true foundation. It is the Infallible Pro Matte, and I wear shade 111.5. 111.5, I think, is being discontinued, so I stocked up on it because I can't live without this. I can't live without this. This is my favorite mixer foundation. You can even wear it on your own in the summertime and it keeps you super matte. But that's besides the point. We're gonna do the Hourglass. So I'm gonna go in with the Hourglass, just a little bit of it. I'm almost out of this. I need to get another one. And then a little bit of the L'Oreal. You can see they're basically the same color. I put a little bit too much on my forehead, but that's okay. All right, and then we're gonna go in with the Pat McGrath Longwear Blurring Setting Powder. I'm gonna spray my face and then I'm gonna spray the brush. So spray that, and I'm gonna use my favorite foundation brush, the Rose and Ben D1 brush, and then we're gonna spray that as well. I need another one. I don't know when she's gonna restock, but, and then we're gonna go and just kind of put that on. And you see both of them just create the best base. I'm so in love with my eyeshadow. Make sure you blend out on the bottom of the chin. Follow my eyebrow outline. And I'm trying to stay out of this area because we're gonna go in with concealer. But as you can see, the skin looks good. As I put this foundation on and I'm looking back in the camera on my eyes, I can tell you that that matte base really brings out the colors. And I know I've said that another time before, but I like that I could see the color. You know, like sometimes you use some bases and they just muddy it up. I like that I can actually see the color. So I'm really excited for that. Those matte bases. I might pick up a few more and see how I can create some eyes with it. So here's the base, and I'll be right back and we'll put on our concealer. Okay, so now time for concealer, and I'm gonna go in. I got a new color of the Patrick Ta concealer because this has been one of my favorite ones. I can't put it down. I tried the Charlotte Tilbury. I'll do another video using that, and it's okay. I like this better. So we're gonna go in with my combo. So always I use the Dior Forever Skin Correcting 5N for as my concealer base, mostly as a color corrector. And just use a little bit of that. Then I'm gonna go in with the Shiseido I don't know what this is called because it's all rubbed off, but the Shiseido concealer in shade 401 in the corner. If you watch some of my previous videos, you know I like to use 3 concealers. And then I'm gonna go in with the Patrick Ta Major Skin Soft Blur Brightening Concealer in Tan Peach 1. So last video I used Medium Golden 5. Now I'm using Tan Peach 1. And we're just gonna put that in the center. And the more I go with these higher end concealers, I realize that I like a peachy undertone underneath my eye. Sometimes if I'm going full glam, like if I'm going somewhere, I'll use more of a neutral concealer. But I find that I really like the peach tone for every day. So we're gonna let that sit a little bit. And I'm gonna try to find my Makeup by Mario brush to blend this out. But if I can't find it, then we'll. All right, guys, I'm gonna let this dry and I'll be right back. So now that the concealer is drying down, I'm gonna go in with my mascara. So I'm gonna use 2 mascaras today. This one they don't sell anymore, but I really like it. It's the Essence Volume Stylist Curl and Hold. So I'm gonna go in with that and just put some concealer on, or put some mascara on. And I like to do this step in between to let my concealer dry down a little bit. And as it dries down, you probably notice that it'll oxidize a little bit and it'll change a little bit of color because the Tan Peach was a little bit brighter when I put it on, but now it's starting to oxidize into the perfect color because I love that Patrick Ta concealer. And then the other mascara I'm using is the L'Oreal Extensionist on top. This is the non-waterproof version. Quickly look into my little mirror. And make sure I don't have any clumps. Okay. So you've given the concealer about 3 minutes to dry down. So I'm gonna go in with my next setting spray. This is the Danessa Meyer's Yummy Skin Blurring Balm. I'm just gonna spray here. Makeup by Mario brush, double-ended brush. And we're gonna blend, blend, blend. And I'm just turning on my other mirror for this. And I like the peachy tone. Look how those 3 concealers, they correct. And they give me a little bit of brightness underneath the eyes. And like I said, I am so loving this Patrick Ta concealer. And then I'm also cleaning out the outside of my eye from that eyeshadow with the concealer. So it looks a little bit more cohesive. And again, this is how I do my makeup. I know I'm not a makeup artist. I just wanna, this is therapeutic for me. So in 2026, I'm trying to do some things that make me happy, and doing my makeup and playing and all this stuff makes me happy. So I know, like, I may not have the best technique, but this is how I do my face every day. So look at how that blended out. So in love. Let me turn on my mirror again so we can have a little bit more light so you can see. There we go. This is quite literally my favorite. I'm gonna say it. It's my favorite concealer of all time. My old favorite concealer of all time. Well, I would argue that the Dior, since I use it every day as a color corrector, this Dior 5N is probably my favorite concealer of all time. But I'm gonna put it in the corrector category. But this Patrick Ta, none of my other concealers touch it. And I kind of feel so bad about hooting and hollering over the Prada concealer that I tried earlier this year in January during the snowstorm. But this Patrick Ta, like, this concealer makes my face look healthy. Like, it doesn't look cakey underneath. It just gives me like a little bit of radiance, you know? And I have oily skin, and I put this on during the day, and I wear it at work, and I wear a mask at work, and it's just phenomenal. Like, it doesn't get oil, it doesn't get cakey, it doesn't get greasy. I'm in love, and I've been doing my makeup for years, trying all this stuff, and I would have to say that Patrick Ta concealer is the best concealer I've tried. So go get it. Wait for the Sephora sale or something, but you guys, like, you gotta go get that. Okay, so this is my base without powdering. So it's looking nice and healthy. So now I pulled out the powder prematurely because we're gonna sculpt our face. So I picked up the Dior Forever Skin Bronze cream bronzer. So we're gonna try this. I've already tried it. It's pretty good. I like my NARS a little bit better, but we're gonna take this on a Juvia's Place brush, and it does give a soft sculpt. I feel like they need to work on the colors though, because this is the darkest color. And you can see a little, like, compared to this side, you can compare it to this side. So you can see a little bit of sculpt, but my NARS is a little bit darker, and you can really see the sculpt with that. So I feel like, and they do have a contour, but I feel like I don't want a contour. I want a bronze today. So I feel like the contour is a little bit dark for my skin tone. So the bronzer is a little bit too light, and the contour is a little bit too dark. But it does have a really good finish. And I wouldn't say I have mature skin yet. I mean, I'm in my late 30s, but I see how it looks seamless and it doesn't look cakey. So I could see how it would work for someone with more mature skin. But it's nice. Like, it just, you can see that I sculpted, but my NARS Laguna cream bronzer is my holy grail bronzer. So now we're gonna go in with blush, and I'm gonna go in with the Juvia's Place liquid blush in Pink Lady. And with these Juvia's Place blushes, you only need 1 or 2 dots. 2 dots is kind of pushing it for me, but I'm gonna do 1 and I'm gonna do 2. That's all you need. These are great. In the arena of liquid blushes, I like the Rare Beauty and I like the Juvia's Place. So I'm gonna spray my brush before I blend that out. And see, it you don't need much of this. You don't need much. And I'm taking it up into my temples here. So 2 dots. Don't go swiping this all over your face because you're gonna look crazy. But just 2 dots, girl, 2 dots. Okay, I do put a little bit on my nose. Okay, so let me go back. The sunlight's starting to come in, so the lighting is a little bit crazy, but here's that. Okay. So cream products are done. I'm gonna let it sit a little bit and then I'm gonna go in with powder. Be right back. Okay, so now we're gonna start with powder. So I'm gonna go in with One Size Sweet Honey loose powder and my Amazon Blend and Snap. Get a little bit on there, press it into my hands, and we're gonna set our concealer. Some on my forehead to get rid of some of the shine. Okay, and then for our second setting powder, I'm gonna go in with the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Press powder. And this is in Peach Cupcake. I've been using the YSL powder, the YSL face powder in number 2 for the last week. But I want to go in with the Huda. Oop. Won't want to drop her. Won't want to drop her, girl. And just kind of go over that. You see my eyes are really blurred. My concealer is really blurred. And I'm gonna go in on my forehead and into my smile lines. My smile lines have been a little bit more pronounced in the last year. So I try to set those a little bit. But you can see with the One Size and the Huda and the Patrick Ta. Just how nice my under eyes look. My under eyes look nice. So good. So One Size and Huda. Okay, now we're gonna set our foundation and then we're going to bronze and do cheeks when we're done with the face. So I'm gonna go in with my favorite Estee Lauder Double Wear Powder Foundation in 6W1 Sandalwood. And we're just gonna set around the areas that we haven't set. So here, and I don't put a lot of this. Just kind of go around my forehead to set that. And this powder is not heavy at all. Okay, And then I'm gonna go in with a bronzer, and I have two. I have the MAC Sunstruck Radiant Bronzer in Radiant Richer Rosy. And then I have the Natasha Denona Contour Sculpting Powder in 5. So I think I'm gonna go in with the Natasha Denona. Maybe I'll mix them. No, I'm gonna go in with Natasha Denona because the Radiant Richer Rosy looks a little bit dark for what I'm trying to do today. So we'll go in with the Natasha Denona with our Sephora 50.5 brush. I've been using this for years too. And we're just gonna kind of go set that Dior bronzer. Put a little bit more on the side. And then I'm gonna use the excess on my nose here. Okay. And then for a blush, we're gonna go in with the Pat McGrath Divine Blush Duo. This came out a couple years ago. And Cosmic Coral. Cosmic Coral. Want to make sure I was saying the name right. So it's this nice pinky blush with a little peachy side here. And I'm gonna go in with that, just a little bit of that on this Colored Rain blush, and we'll just set our blush. Nice subtle blush. And then to finish everything off, before I use the setting spray, I'm gonna go in with this MAC Pearl Matte Face Powder here that's been in my collection for a while. But it gives the nicest little blur. So let's just take this brush here and just kind of go, woo. On her cheeks. And I'm going to use my blush brush to kind of blend that out here. And this is my face all set. So I am going to spray with my Yummy Skin Blurring Balm and my Ben Nye Final Seal, and I'll be right back. All right, so our setting sprays are drying, and this is the final look. Well, face look. I gotta still gotta do lips. But everything just melts together. The Hourglass foundation looks really good on my skin. Can't rave enough about the concealer, the Patch Top concealer. Go get you some. And so I'm going to do lips. And while this setting spray is drying, so TikTok Shop is the devil. TikTok Shop is the devil because I just be browsing on there and I'm like, oh, this looks good. This looks good. The devil. But anywho, I discovered this brand called Kaleido. Okay, sorry. I discovered this brand called Kaleidos on TikTok Shop. And I ordered some lip liners from them. They're actually really good. And so I ordered they're called the Sculpt and Shade Lightweight Easy Glide Soft Focus Matte Finish. See all these long names. It's a lip liner, okay? And I ordered it in the shade Merlot. And Merlot is like a brown, oh, that's pretty. A brown purple-ish color. So I don't know if you guys know what MAC Root for Me is. It looks a little bit like MAC Root for Me. I'll have to do a swatch comparison in another video. But I'm gonna use that. And then I also got their lip liner in Dark Matter. So Dark Matter is supposed to be, and it comes with a sharpener. Dark Matter is supposed to be a brown black. So this is Dark Matter. And I think Dark Matter, we'll mix them together, but I think it's darker. It's too dark for what I'm going for today, but I'm still gonna use them because I just got them and I wanna use them on camera. So we're gonna go on with those. And then I have an OG MAC lipstick that I wanna use called Strip Me Down. So I wanna use that. And then I also have the the Christmas collection. There was a Velvet Teddy lip set that I had to track down because like I thought that they were gonna last, right? I find that nothing lasts anymore. Like people are so hyped to makeup and things that nothing lasts. And so I missed out on it. And sorry, I'm looking for it. Yes, this is what I'm looking for. Okay. So I missed out on it, right? And I'm like looking everywhere for this Velvet Teddy lip set because they have this thing called a Squirt Pumping Gloss in Velvet Teddy, and it's so pretty. So it's like a mauve-y, and I almost don't want to waste it. It's like a mauve-y like lip gloss there, but it really nourishes and it's supposed to plump your lips. And I've used these before from MAC, but I never seen this rosy color. And so I tracked this down on eBay. And I found it on eBay from a seller. And so I bought the whole set mainly for this because they don't sell this by itself. And so they also have a Edgy Teddy matte lipstick here as well. So I'm gonna mix these together. I did a combo with this yesterday and it turned out really good. So I'm gonna try it on camera for you guys. This Strip Me Down lipstick was a limited edition lipstick back in, I guess it was like 2016 or 2017. One of them, it was with Taraji P. Henson. And this is a beautiful like mid-tone brown there. And so there's Strip Me Down. And then here is the Edgy Teddy matte. So that's the Edgy Teddy matte, and then that's the Strip Me Down. So I think these will make a good combo, especially with the pink and purple that I have on my eyes. So let's do it. Let's go in. So I'm gonna go on with Merlot first because I'm kind of scared of Dark Matter. We'll use Dark Matter for definition. Okay, so we'll go in with Merlot. And Merlot is really dark itself. So, ooh. That's a really pretty purple. It looks purple on me. It's a little deeper than Root for Me. I'm gonna go in with Dark Matter. Just around the edges. And Dark Matter is dark, but creates a little bit of definition. And I'm just kind of feathering the Merlot in right here. So can you see the purple tones in Merlot? It's really pretty. I like it. All right, so now we're gonna go in with the Edgy Teddy. And this is creating a darker lip than what I wanted, but it's okay. It matches the eyeshadow. So that's Edgy Teddy. And then we're gonna go in with Strip Me Down. And I don't know how this is gonna look, but we'll try it together. All right, we'll go in with Strip Me Down. Okay, that turned it a little bit more nude. Okay, so right now the Kaleidos, it matches the eyes, so I guess we did okay. But the Kaleidos is turning this into like a mauvey purpley tone, and I actually don't mind it. I'm gonna go back in with Merlot and just kind of fix this here. It's different, I like it. It's a little bit more bold. I was going for more of a nude, but I should have known, like, this is not nude. All right, and then I'm gonna go in with a little bit of this Squirt Pumping Gloss. And that just creates a nice glossy lip. So, what do you think? It matches the eyeshadow, I think. Now I feel like I need a little bit more blush. What do y'all think? I need a little bit more blush. Let's go in with this here. I need a little bit more blush to make this pop. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I ended up with a pinky purple look today that I wasn't initially going for, but it's okay. And then I'm just gonna take my little blender, blend and snap powder puff, and just right there. Look, it looks pretty. All right, let me pull my hair. What else do we need, guys? Do we need a liner? I think I could just get away with some bottom lash line mascara, because I don't want it, like, I feel like the lips and the eye are bold, so I don't want to overdo it, but I think we need something on the bottom. Yeah. The bottom was looking kind of naked there. All right, and here's the final look. I'm actually really liking the lips now, even though they're a little bit darker than what I like. These Kaleidos lip liners are good. Like them. All right. And you see, I'm not too matte. It's not too glowy. It's like the perfect balance of it. And with those base products, the bases wear all day. So I don't end up looking ashy. Oh, well, not ashy. I don't end up looking like super oily or anything. But I'm really liking this look today. It turned out really good. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. All right, I'll be back with a wrap up of what I used.